Example 1, determine the number of zeros the quadratic relation y equals negative 2x squared plus 16x minus 35 has. If we're looking for the x-intercepts, we know the y coordinate is 0, so I'm going to sub in 0 for y. And then to figure out the number of zeros or x-intercepts this quadratic relation has, I'm going to use the discriminant b squared minus 4ac. So first I'm going to write the values of a, b, and c, since one side is already 0. So a is negative 2, b is 16, and c is negative 35. And then I'm going to write the discriminant and sub in the corresponding values. So I have 16 squared minus 4 times negative 2 times negative 35. And now I'm going to evaluate using my calculator. So 16 squared minus 4 times negative 2 times negative 35, which gives me an answer of negative 24. And since the discriminant, which is the part under the square root in the quadratic formula, is negative, I know that I'm not going to be able to find any answer. So there's going to be 0, zeros, or x-intercepts. So I'm going to write a therefore statement. Therefore, the quadratic relation has 0 zeros. Okay, example 2, determine the number of roots each quadratic equation has. So here, the equation is not in the form where one side is equal to 0. We have to make one side equal to 0 as if we were using the quadratic formula. So I'm going to add 1 to both sides. Okay, and then I'm going to determine the values of a, b, and c so that I can use the discriminant to find the number of roots. So a in this case is 9, b is 6, and c is 1. I'm going to sub those values into my discriminant of b squared minus 4ac. So I have 6 squared minus 4 times 9 times 1. And when I evaluate, I'm going to get an answer of 0. Since the discriminant is 0, I know I'm only going to get one distinct solution to that quadratic equation. So therefore, is one root or one solution to the equation. Okay, let's look at the next example here. First, again, we have to make one side equal to 0. So I'm going to subtract 2x and 5 from 10x squared. And next, I'm going to identify the values of a, b, and c. So a is 10, b is negative 2, and c is negative 5. And now I'm going to plug those values into the discriminant. And since b is negative, I'm going to make sure I put it in brackets. And then I'm going to use my calculator to evaluate. So here I have 4 plus 200, giving me an answer of 204. Now this is a positive answer. If I get a positive answer under the square root sign in the quadratic formula, I will end up with 2 roots or solutions. Therefore, there are 2 roots.